about the some of the swing adjustments you made during the offseason, but just in terms of what that means from an approach standpoint, what's this last month been like?
I mean, my approach hasn't really changed. I'm looking for my specific pitch, in a specific area. So, but I think it does come to affect like how good these pitchers are over here. I gotta get on them early or they're gonna get me late. So, I think it's just trying to get my pitch earlier on and not chase their good stuff is really kind of how it comes down to out here.
Jarren, what does it look like facing some of the teams, some of the top pitching prospects, talking specifically about Bada, Groom, and Tanner Houck?
I mean, I love it, because it's like these guys are going to be up there eventually. So it's like, and they're on my team. So it's like I get to face some of the best pitching in our organization. Like you said, like Mata and Houck, like these guys are lights out pitchers. And if I can compete with these guys, I feel like I can hopefully compete with other guys that I have to face.
Hey, Jarren, just curious, how do you, as a accomplished base stealer, at least early on in your minor league career, kind of keep that fast of your game sharp here at the alternate site?
Even if I'm not stealing, I just kind of like try and pick at things that I see that pitchers do, like tendencies. Like today, I had a bag against Mazza, and I could see that he would like lean his glove forward before he'd go to the plate. So like, just like picking out little details like that. Like even if I don't go, I notice that. So it's like keeps my mind sharp when I'm at first base.
Jarren, how have you guys handled just the monotony of this? I mean, what's the day-to-day like? Obviously you get to go to the field and play, but then everything else you must feel kind of stuck.
I mean, not really. I get to play baseball every day, so I'm happy with that. And I'm pretty sure all these other guys feel that too. It's better than some of these other guys that don't even get to play baseball against competition. So I think everybody that's here wants to be here, and like I think we feel a little stuck in the hotel, but it's just like it's what we got to do nowadays to come and play baseball. So I think everybody's okay with that.
Do you think that's a sort of a universal thing for you guys? That I mean, you all know. I mean, you have a lot of teammates that just aren't getting to do anything. Is there as much as, like I say, it could seem from the outside that it is monotonous and you're stuck in a hotel, do you think it's universal that there is that level of appreciation for you all, or the sort of select few that got to do this?
Absolutely. I mean, coming from me, I'm grateful to be here. I'm grateful that they picked me to come even play a little bit of baseball for however long we're here. And I can guarantee that there's other guys that would kill to be in our position. So it's like, why not be thankful that I'm here,
Jarren, we just had Paul Abbott on. He just raved about you and the improvement, if you will, offensively. Do you agree with that you've made great strides since last season, and what do you attribute that to?
Yeah, I mean, definitely. I mean, I think working on my swing with Lance every day here, Lance Owski, and I worked with Doug Lotta a little bit. I think just like my swing path and cleaning things up, making things like much simpler than they used to be, and just having a good approach. I kind of owe it to those guys. So I come here every day, and they literally like I grind it out with Lance every day because like every day is a struggle to find your swing. Just you go home, you can like not play baseball for a day, and feels like you haven't swung in like 2 weeks. So.
And then defensively, I mean, I know you played a little bit of infield back in the day, but now you're almost strictly an outfielder. How's that transition been for you, and how's it feel to be like the only outfielder out there at McCoy sometimes?
I mean, it's hard, learning a different position at the highest level is always going to be a struggle, but I think that I have a good enough coaching staff under me to help me every day. And I mean, it's lonely out there. It's lonely out there with two other guys, but me just being out there with myself, it's lonely, but they see me on the cameras. I'm always in the infield as much as I can, chirping with those guys because I get lonely out there in the outfield.
Jarren, we don't know what the future is going to hold in terms of maybe fall leagues and instructional and maybe even winter ball. Given, the uncertainty we live in right now, how much does this, time you're in Pawtucket make it even more important to get reps, get at bats, and get comfortable knowing that, you know, it might be a while again before you step on a baseball field in a competitive situation.
Absolutely. I mean, like I said earlier, it's like we might not be able to play baseball for a while. I might not have a fall league or winter ball. So it's like every at bat I counts out here. So like even if I get one at bat a day, it's like I gotta take it seriously because I might not get to bat again. You know, it could get canceled the next day. Somebody could have COVID here, and everybody has to get like quarantined for 14 days or sent home or something like that. So I think like every at bat, every rep is like just feels like extra important out here.
And I'm sure you're keeping track of, you know, or at least hearing about what's going on at the major league level. You know, knock on wood, nothing has happened down here. How much is that a credit to the guys really, you know, practicing social distancing and, you know, taking care of matters when you're not at McCoy Stadium?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think we had a meeting here and they talked about it's not just you're protecting, you're also protecting your teammates. And like that really sticks to me. So it's like, dang, I don't want my teammate to get this. Like I'm gonna look after myself, which will in turn look after them. So I think that kind of plays a role, you know, like knowing that I'm taking care of myself and also my fellow teammates so we can play.
Hey,
Jarren,
Jarren.
I know you've. Oh, go ahead. Sorry, Chris. Jarren, I know you've talked about your approach in grinding it out every day. One of your mechanical adjustments that has been documented has been lowering your hands. Do you attribute that to the power surge you've put on? I know it was only the 5 home runs you had last year. You've almost equaled that here in these simulated games. Do you think that that's been a big difference for you with the power?
I wouldn't necessarily say lowering my hands. I would just say I have a better path. I have more of a line to the ball and like extension like through the ball, and like I'm not like coming in the zone and getting out like super quickly. But I think lowering my hands helps because like I always used to my hands always come up. So like if I could keep them low, they're just naturally going to come up for me. But I think like just keeping like a direct path has really been like my success.
Hey, Jarren. Obviously, during the quarantine period, athletes and non-athletes both had difficulty staying in shape. But you seem like you came into this alternate site in better shape than you were even in spring training. Did you do anything differently with, you know, weightlifting or what? How did you stay in such good shape or get in better shape?
Thanks to my dad, who's a gym freak. We already had a weight room in our garage, so I was able to work out like 2 times a day, every day. Take some days off, but I just wanted to make sure that I was in the best shape possible. So if I did get a call, I would be ready to go. I didn't want to be like, oh, like I might go, I might not go. Like I'll train here and there. No, I was taking it seriously. I was like twice a day, every day, making sure I would stay in shape so I can come back stronger, faster, like make sure I can stay healthy because I wanted to play baseball and I wanted to make sure I would be in the best shape I could be.
Jen, you talked about you guys wanting to make sure that you don't get one another sick. How extreme are you all taking that in terms of just your own self-quarantine when you're away from the park and when you're there? I mean, how are you guys just not seeing anyone, you know, when you're at the hotel? Is that how far you take?
I usually get a ride from Jeter, and like the only time I ever talk to him after that is when we're playing Call of Duty together. I don't see anybody once I get back to the hotel. Or if I have to go get food or something, I have like my mask on, I go to the lobby, I grab my food and I come up. But that's probably the only time I'll pass somebody. Otherwise, I'm in my room.
Any other questions, guys? All right, appreciate the time, Jarren. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Jarren.
Thanks, guys.
Have a good weekend, guys.
Thank you.